next time here on the Chase Australia.
Tonight, concerns Labor won't approve future coal mines. Labor's promise to build the Whitsunday Skyway. A man assaulted during a robbery and the enchanting encounter with a whale shark.
Across Mackay, the Whitsundays and the coalfields, this is 7 News with Brough.
Good evening. Thanks very much for joining us. There are fears the Palaszczuk government won't support new coal mines in the Bowen Basin after a 13-year delay with the new Ackland on the Darling Downs. Mining bosses claim Labor is hypocritical and only approves projects based on votes.
The debate around Queensland's mining industry is heating up. Anastasia Palaszczuk and Deb Frecklington were in Mackay today, pushing their plans for the future of the resources industry. But some mining bosses aren't buying what Labor's selling.
This government doesn't support the mining industry because if they did, they would have acted to save the 300 jobs at New Ackland.
The New Hope group has been fighting for the New Ackland mine for more than a decade, but the Premier approved the Olive Downs project in the Bowen Basin just weeks ago.
It's subject to a legal challenge, and that's the excuse that Palaszczuk has given for not approving Stage 3 for the last 3 years. We really struggle with that hypocrisy.
Now other coal mines in this region could be at risk.
We feel very forgotten about that. There's definitely the double standard of we can do it here when we want to, when it's appropriate, when it suits us, but we can leave you out to hang to dry.
I know a letter has been written by Deb Frecklington to Anastasia Palaszczuk to join, obviously, on collectively approving this project.
The sitting member for Mackay, Joanne Gilbert, refused to comment about the issue, but she was with the Premier when Labor announced a $10 million election promise to invest in hydrogen.
Mackay has enormous capability when we're talking about hydrogen. Hydrogen has the ability to be like the next LNG industry for Queensland.
The LNP says its priority is manufacturing.
$13 million going towards Queensland manufacturers, $8 million for a product development fund and $5 million for a connectivity innovation fund.
Ashley Dwan, 7 News.
Meanwhile, Labor's thrown its support behind the proposed Whitsunday Skyway, committing $1 million to the project. But the counterparty says it won't help local operators who are struggling to keep their business afloat during the pandemic.
It's set to be a 1 kilometre long tourist attraction with a bird's eye view of paradise. If construction goes ahead, the Whitsunday Skyway will take visitors to the top of Airlie Beach and back in cable cars. But perfect views come with a hefty price tag.
The proponent is looking at investing $55 million. We're saying we're going to put in $1 million.
The Labor Party says it will foot the bill for a small part of the project if re-elected, creating hundreds of jobs.
This is about jobs, over 590 jobs.
But the leader of the Katter Party says it's a move that won't help existing tourism operators who are desperate for a helping hand.
Governments love cutting ribbons on buildings and things that are visible to the voters. That's a political ploy they've used, got no idea. They come up here and just think, let's throw some big ticket items in front of people and hope they buy it.
Rob Carter is calling on whoever wins power in the state election to extend the payroll tax relief for tourism operators for the next 2 years if they can prove they've lost half their income due to COVID-19.
You've got an industry on its knees, absolutely vital to the economy around Mackay Whitsundays. We're going to fight back for these tourism businesses.
I think we'll be on the receiving end of this for quite a few years to come yet.
But the LNP says they aren't sitting on their hands when it comes to supporting the industry. $6 million will be up for grabs for reef boat operators if the party wins the election. Laura Lavelle, 7 News.
Now, Mackay police are appealing to the public for information after a man was caught on camera trying to smash his way into a Mount Pleasant business on Sunday morning. He shattered the glass front door of the business before a staff member approached him. Police say he punched the worker in the face before fleeing on a silver mountain bike. Anyone who may know the man is being urged to contact police. It's already been a soggy day here in Mackay, but the Weather Bureau is warning us to brace for more rain and thunderstorms over the next 24 hours. Our farmers say the early rain is great for livestock and crops, but our cane growers may be forced to put down the tools.
2 days of steady rain has brought a welcome change, with many locals saying it couldn't have come at a better time.
Want more because it's just so muggy and hot at the moment. We need it.
So it's good to see everything's greening up.
October is traditionally the start of our severe storm season for Queensland.
And this one's a little wetter than usual, with more rain expected on the coast rather than further west. Temperatures are also on the way up, and that will bring hot and humid conditions over the next week.
And we are expecting maximum temperatures to get between 3 and 8 degrees above average by Friday, and then peak for a second time on Sunday.
Most cane growers are around 3/4 of the way through crushing season, but potential heavy rain could mean many don't finish.
Obviously for cane harvest it's not ideal. For those of us in livestock, this is fantastic to get this early rain. It starts early pasture growth for us for summer.
Farmers near Eaton say they've received around 14 mil since Sunday. Areas near Brightly recorded up to 25.
It's fantastic to actually get some moisture from that early build-up.
We have a good chance of at least achieving our average rainfall totals across the spring as a whole.
The RSPCA is also warning people to watch their pets during storm season. They should be microchipped and kept inside if the weather turns nasty. Keziah Dawn, 7 News.
Well, this bloke has had an encounter on the Great Barrier Reef that many tourists can only dream of. An inquisitive whale shark swam right up to his boat, and it was all caught on camera.
It was a surprise visit that left this boatie shocked, to say the least. Baden LeSueur was sailing from Fitzroy Island to Franklin Island in the state's far north.
It was like dead flat, crystal clear day. So I go inside the hull to make myself some lunch, and then all of a sudden I hear a splash.
When a whale shark decided to get up close and personal.
Then all of a sudden I hear a bigger splash, and I'm like, God, what's going on? I've hit something.
The videographer turned his boat engine off and pulled out his camera.
Hit my rudder.
Moving into the warmer months, we do start to see them a little bit more frequently, but it's still not something you see every day or every week. It's still one of those real highlights.
And the whale shark wasn't ready to leave.
It swims back up and hits my other rudder and then swims away again.
It's probably just quite inquisitive of what this object is floating on the surface, and could it be potentially a friend to travel north with.
Highlighting the natural and sometimes unusual wonders of the Great Barrier Reef.
It just shows you have to be out there to see these kind of things.
Matthew Carstunen, 7 News.
Well, like most things, trick-or-treating will look a little different this Halloween as COVID puts the frighteners on any mass neighbourhood hauntings. Communal sweet bowls are still a thing, but there are a few do's and don'ts from our police for October 31.
Forget monsters and zombies, the scariest costume of 2020 is very real.
I was closed for 3 solid months because of COVID, so I decided to be COVID.
Katrina Buckney is banking on Halloween to keep her costume shop open. So far, so good.
Lots of lab coats for like Dr. COVID.
If COVID isn't scary enough, play your trump card.
He's probably our most terrifying mask in the shop.
Trick-or-treating is allowed across Queensland this All Hallows Eve. Signs can be printed from the QPS website to run for your life or enter if you dare.
If you have young children, you should always accompany them. Make sure that they're behaving responsibly, if they're not egging the neighbours' houses and things like that.
Families are warned to stay in household groups and to use hand sanitizer between bowls of treats. Queensland Health is encouraging people to individually package loose lollies. COVID has caused the cancellation of many events this year, so people and pets are going bananas for the chance to celebrate.
This year it falls on a lunar full moon, and because nobody's partied for months, everybody's coming out to play.
Halloween parties are no different to any other party. There's a maximum of 40 people in your residence.
And go easy on the booze. Sophie Tetzlaff, 7 News.
Like many events, kids, the good thing, it's still on. We'll take a break in a moment. We'll find out what you're planning to do for the Christmas period during COVID. And Proserpine golfers tee off on the world's famous courses.
Let's go!
Go without me.
The only way out is to quit.
Go! Stop panicking.
some weak links amongst you. You are a liability! Get in the water. Down there!
Everyone has their breaking point.
Look at me. You get back on that log or you give me your number. Make a decision now.
SAS Australia, tonight, 7:30 on 7.
My perfect bowl?
Plain cornflakes and plain cold milk.
Warm milk? Shortbread?
No, not in the cornflakes.
You've got to have the peaches and the bananas.
Yes, ma'am.
At Terry White Chemmart, we're adding real value every day with our own range of high-quality products, including pharmacy-only medicines, to give your family the best possible care at our lowest everyday prices. Real value every day at Terry White Chemmart.
Days are brighter, weather's getting warmer. Spring is your time to shine. Join Queensland Country Health Fund before October 31 and you could win a $2,000 holiday prize. So spring to it with Queensland Country Health Fund. Imagine more.
New Primo microwave bacon. It's good as pan-fried. Just 30 seconds. Unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
New Primo microwave bacon. As good as pan-fried in 30 seconds.
New tortilla pockets are ready for takeoff. And we are gone!
Launching to mess-free Mexican with new tortilla pockets from Old El Paso.
Big sunsets, no crowds. Big experiences, no queues. Big futures, no worries. Big history, no hurry. Australia's 5 biggest secrets can be discovered in Outback Queensland. Take the drive to the Big 5. Alpha, Jericho, Barcaldine, Aramac and Muttaburra. The true spirit of Outback Queensland.
We don't know where we're going, we just want to get gone.
When frequent heartburn kept waking me up at night, enough was enough. So I tried Nexium 24-hour.
Unlike antacids that often require multiple doses per day, Nexium 24-hour is better. Just 1 tablet a day can provide 24-hour protection. Live life less interrupted.
Nice having you with us on 7 News. We're being asked to pause this Remembrance Day to honour our servicemen and women in a COVID-safe and very Aussie way. It's the perfect excuse for a backyard barbie to raise some money to support our veterans.
On the 11th day of the 11th month, the nation remembers the soldiers who died in World War I. A veterans' mental health organisation is making sure COVID-19 doesn't get in the way of commemorations this year.
Swiss 8's put together a barbecue to remember. It's a campaign encouraging people to pause, remember, bring your mates together for Remembrance Day.
It's hoped to reduce social isolation and get people talking about mental health. Former Australian rugby player Wendell Saylor is one of those backing the plan.
We love the barbecue in Australia, but there's a great cause for the men and women who serve our country.
Local pubs and RSL clubs are invited to get in on the action and host their own barbecue. Funds raised will go directly towards supporting veterans or to RSLs hosting the events.
You can register a barbie at barbecuetoremember.com, or you can just rock up to your RSL on Remembrance Day and have a barbie with the RSL.
Gismond, 7 News.
And there's a good chance the Christmas holidays will look a little different this year as well, thanks to COVID-19. Star FM's Scott Linden hit the streets to find out how people will be spending the festive season.
Thanks, Rob. Well, 2020 hasn't been a great year because of coronavirus. It's affected a lot of people's work plans, but also holiday plans with Christmas coming up. Just wondering if it's changed what you were planning to do, perhaps planning on going away overseas or having family members come and stay with you here in Mackay on the Whitsundays.
We always stay here and spend it with the family. We go to, one of the kids' places or something.
We have another son that can't get home to his wife in Melbourne, hasn't been home for 18 weeks.
Yeah, wow.
And she's pregnant.
We're still harvesting the cane. We think about Christmas after that.
I wish we had our more freedom, being with no coronavirus cases.
Just travelling around Queensland, seeing what I can see and what I can enjoy.
Most states seem to be pretty much on track. Victoria looking better and better, Melbourne especially so. Let's hope things keep on improving down there. Maybe we can get down there or your family and friends can come back up here. I'll catch you next Tuesday for Street Talk here on 7 News.
Scott, thank you very much, mate. Here's something for you to have a look at. Proserpine Golf Club has opened its new training facilities in the Whitsundays. The upgrades, which were partly funded by the Queensland Government, include a flight scope simulator. Now, the new technology will allow players to virtually experience 150,000 golf courses around the world. Good luck playing all them.
I'll still find the virtual water and the virtual sand every single time, I think.
Yeah. Our Maroons trained for the first time today, Nathan.
They did, Brough. Cowboy Val Holmes was out there. Of course, he is unavailable for Game 1 next week, and a Gold Coast Titans flyer has put his hand up for a wing spot. We'll have more on that next. And the Meteorettes selected for Basketball Queensland's Under-18 state program.
What's that? How big is that thing?
Hold on to your boats.
The Megalodon was the largest shark that ever existed.
For the Monster premiere.
Sure, unless you ugly butt.
The Meg, tonight, 8:30 on 7.
You want to get a... Yes. What's been the highlight of your morning? Probably this.
What's going to happen now? You ready to have your say?
31st of October is State General Election Day. Plan the way you'll have your say. Visit ecq.qld.gov.au.
This spring, Ladbrokes is changing the way you multi, putting the power in your hands and giving you more chances to win. With our new split and blended features, load up your multi-legs with runners from the same race, and if any of them get up, you win. Get all the racing multi-combinations you want, done in one. Ladbrokes. Back yourself.
Take the drive to the Big Five. Alpha, Jericho, Barcaldine, Aramac and Muttaburra. The true spirit of outback Queensland.
We don't know where we're going, we just want to get gone.
We buy batteries, aluminium, heavy steel, stainless steel, brass, copper, lead, copper cable. I'll give you the best price in North Queensland, guaranteed. And we pay the best price in town for your gold. Let my highly trained and friendly staff look after you.
Hi, Costo here, leader of North Queensland First. We'll build a new Peter 12 school for Cannon Vale and a second arterial for the Northern Beaches. So help me put Whitsunday first by putting North Queensland first.
Authorised A. Nixon for North Queensland First, Bukaja.
Imagine if you had room to grow into a brighter future. Now, it's possible. Queensland Country Bank. Imagine more.
Get your Woolies worth this Halloween with Mars Medium 12 to 18 packs or Cadbury Medium 144 to 180 gram share packs, now just $2.50 each.
That's why I pick Woolies.
This Sport Report brought to you by Autobarn, Greenfields Boulevard, Mount Pleasant.
Welcome back to 7 News. A potential Queensland debutant will use his childhood memories of Cowboys legend Matty Bowen in that mighty maroon as inspiration if he gets the call up to play in this year's historic series. The squad had its first proper training run down on the Gold Coast today, and it's that famous moment back in Game 1 of the 2005 series at Suncorp Stadium that Gold Coast Titan Philip Sammy won't ever forget.
The Matty Bowen intercept. I remember watching that. I didn't really watch much footy when I was young, but I remember that's one moment that, stuck with me growing up as a Queenslander.
With North Queensland cowboy Valentine Holmes to miss next Wednesday's opening game in Adelaide due to suspension, it has left a spot in Queensland's backline, and it's one Sammy would love to fill.
If the opportunity was to present itself, I'd take it with both hands. But like I said, I was just soaking in this experience.
Meanwhile, there's been reports former Cowboys forward John Asiata's management have been in discussions with the Brisbane Broncos over a possible move to Red Hill. Meanwhile, the Queensland Rugby League has announced sweeping changes to its representative opportunities from 2021 onwards. There'll also be changes in Junior League, with tackle footy scrapped for under sixes.
Tackle footy is no more for players under the age of 6. It's one of the biggest decisions to come out of the QRL's player development framework.
We'll commence playing tag until they get through a tackle-ready program. They'll be put through that by the game development officers throughout our region.
The program will be rolled out nationwide.
It's taking the pressure off the kids at young ages. It's ensuring that they learn to tackle properly, all the different type of tackles in our game.
Locally, the most notable change will be scrapping the Foley Shield. It will be replaced by a new-look Marlins Cup. The winner will then play the winner of the 47th Battalion Carnival in Central Queensland.
That winner then will then go on and play the winner of between Brisbane, the Gold Coast and Ipswich for a statewide competition. So it's a new concept.
Joey Dunlop, 7 News.
It seems the sky is the limit for the Galaxy Netball Club following their second straight Premier League title. That means they've won 2 titles in their 2 seasons in the top grade, and coach Jaden Taylor believes there's nothing stopping them from continuing to build a league dynasty.
We kept most of our core of our girls from last year, and I believe a lot of them will be back this year, and we've led a few of the juniors in our developments that'll step up.
One blow to their defence next season would be if they lost star defender Bridget Fran-Edovich. The 21-year-old, who was named best on court in the grand final win over the Storm, has aspirations of moving to Brisbane to play. 3 of the Meteorettes' younger stars have been selected for Basketball Queensland's under-18 state program. Phoebe Holmes, Lacey Carter and Brooke Jensen are 3 of 10 juniors selected from the Mackay area.
The accolades keep coming for some of our junior basketballers.
We're super proud to have 10 athletes who are selected in our state performance program.
7 girls and 3 boys will fly the Meteors flag in the 25 man and women's squads. Led by Meteorettes trio Phoebe Holmes, Lacey Carter and Brooke Jensen, Mackay will have the highest representation in the girls' squad, while Max Kane, Noah Farr and Aiden Collins are in the men's.
By the sounds of it, their development in those playing against Townsville and Cairns, they went really, really well.
Players will now be given a weekly program to abide by in Mackay, with 2 10-player squads to be picked in January from the program.
You just see their pathway from where they started, 6 years ago to now. It's outstanding.
Brooke Jensen played above her weight in her debut 2 weeks ago, and although she didn't get on the scoreboard, it's the other aspects of her game which have got her where she is.
I coached Brooke 2 seasons ago for our reps, so she's really developed defensively.
Joey Dunlop, 7 News.
Well done to those selected, and that's it for sport tonight. Thanks, Brough.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you very much, Dave. Liv will be along in a moment. We'll have the latest on the weather right after the break here on 7.
The secret affair. The cop with a vendetta. Now he knows every dirty little secret.
What are you going to do? You going to charge me for stealing your wife? Because that's all you've got.
I'm just getting started.
Home and Away, this week on 7.
This spring, Ladbrokes is changing the way you multi. With our new split and blended features, load up your multi-legs with runners from the same race, and if any of them get up, you win. Ladbrokes. Back yourself.
Steve here at City Fitness. Great to see you all back in the clubs again. Exercise is especially important now because it can reduce stress, prevent weight gain, boost the immune system and improve sleep. City Fitness, where fit happens.
Now's a great time to sort out your health cover with NIB. Join any combined hospital and extras cover online by October 31 and you'll get a virtual Visa e-gift card valued up to $400. Join NIB today. It's worth it.
If I were you, I'd get a long loan. 40 years, maybe 50. Am I right? What do you think?
I think we can do better.
An Aussie broker can help you get the right home loan for right now. Go straight to Aussie.
In 2018, the Queensland Labor government cheered and celebrated. Their accomplishment? Legalising abortion up to birth for any reason. Even late-term healthy babies of healthy mothers can now be aborted. Only 6% of Queenslanders agree with abortion up to birth, but Labor still rammed through its extreme law. This election put Labor last. Authorised by G. Duffy, Cherish Life Queensland Inc. Brisbane.
Steve here at City Fitness. Exercise is essential to your physical health and mental well-being during the COVID-19 pandemic. So join your friends again at City Fitness, where fit happens at all 3 of our convenient locations.
This spring, Ladbrokes is changing the way you multi. With our new split and blended features, load up your multi-legs with runners from the same race, and if any of them get up, you win. Ladbrokes. Back yourself.
It's back. The most amazing.
Oh, wow.
Spellbinding, incredible talent.
Absolutely brilliant.
Who will make it through to the finals?
Welcome to the finals.
New Britain's Got Talent. Thursday, 8:30 on 7.
The drama the world fell in love with is here on 7+.
What happens to these people in their last moments, it really matters.
Jennifer Love Hewitt in Ghost Whisperer. Streaming for free on 7+.
G'day, Livio Regano with tonight's weather. Widespread thunderstorms erupted right across eastern Queensland this afternoon, with multiple warnings for heavy rain and strong winds stretching from the Capricornia to the Southern Downs. If you miss out today, it's all coming back again tomorrow, so brace for more. 24-hour rainfall. Sandy Plateau had the biggest of 40 millimetres, 36 mils at Finch Hatton. Serena had 33 and even Mackay 11. That's at Mount Bassett. Steamy conditions out there today with tops in the low 30s after a very warm night and humidity a healthy 75%. On the satellite loop now, just as predicted, we saw a big band of juicy thunderstorms develop east of a trough this afternoon. You can see it's widespread, affecting the tropics. Cairns, Townsville, Mackay, all the way down to the New South Wales border has had some amount of rain, though the severe storms have really been concentrated in the southern half of the state, and it's all because of an upper level low now rather than just a trough, and it's established itself over southern New South Wales for several days now. So tomorrow we'll get the repeat performance again. Today's chart, on the surface, the main trigger is the cold front that's just hanging around southeast Queensland, around Fraser Island, connecting to a trough that's just a little way inland, and just east of that system is where the air is most volatile and rising explosively to form these big storms. Now on tomorrow's chart we get a repeat situation with a double trough, so potentially even worse. But on the outlook chart, the upper level trough and the surface system move offshore, so we'll get a couple of days of breathing space. The latest now from the BOM, the boating forecast for Mackay waters. The weather might be complicated, but at least the winds are easy, basically north to northeast for the whole forecast period and never more than 20 knots. Another high tide tomorrow morning, not a huge tide by common standards, but each daily peak is steadily rising with the approach of this weekend's full moon. Central Coast and Whitsundays, 60% chance of showers tomorrow, a possible severe thunderstorm. Mackay reaching 31 degrees, 32 for Bowen, Proserpine 34. Central Highlands and Coalfields, showers mainly in the north, but again we could see severe storms. 35 the top for Emerald, Claremont and Moranbah 34 degrees. Looking ahead for Mackay, after a quiet period on Thursday, Friday, we've got some serious heat and humidity to reckon with over the weekend, but this time it's a lot less likely to lead to storms. Looks like a promising start to the wet season with La Nina on our side at least until autumn. Let's hope for more rain without the carnage, though as we all know, you can't always have it both ways. Thanks, team.
Yeah, wonderful, Liv. Thank you very much, mate. Lovely having your company, folks. See you tomorrow night. If you missed anything, we've got that replay on 7+. From the team, take care. Good night.